What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You'll return to subscribe as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, yesterday I did a story about the guy that was released out of Clayton County Jail in Georgia. His name was Cathan Guzman, 22-year-old man. Supposedly this guy's been sentenced to 30 years to life for strangling this woman here. Delilah Grayson, age 22 also. She was his girlfriend. He strangled her in her apartment because she wanted to end the relationship with him. During this whole story, he accidentally was released from Clayton County Jail and was out in the street for 2 weeks, where he went back to Orange County, Florida. Shout out Orange County. To his mother, this woman here, where's she at? Right there. Iris Guzman. Now, I did the story yesterday where Miss Guzman is mad because they came and took him and put him back in jail after he's already been sentenced to go to prison. So she's mad. She's going to sue people and all this other stuff, and feels as though because they made a clerical error, her son should stay out of jail after freshly killing somebody no less than 6 months ago. I can't believe how some people make themselves look stupid on camera and act like they the victim when the person that had the ultimate loss, which was the mother and family of Delilah Grayson, for some odd reason, we need to consider this woman's feelings because they put him back in jail where his ass belongs. The reason why we're doing this story today is because she done got back on camera and continues to make herself look stupid. I want you to watch this and look at what she say, especially at the end of the interview. And this is one of the main reasons why there's no accountability in people today, and why people feel as though they got a green light to do whatever they want and out here because they are being raised by people like this. Look.
Is causing pain for the mother of a convicted killer in Clayton County. Jailers mistakenly released Cathan Guzman due to what the sheriff's office calls a coding error. But over the last 36 hours, investigators found him at his mother's house in Florida. And since he's been taken back into custody, 11 Alive's Joe Ripley is sharing his mother's words about what she's calling a traumatic experience for their whole family.
Yeah, absolutely, Angelina. 2 weeks ago, Iris Guzman got the surprise she was praying for. She says she didn't hear from the sheriff's office that anything went wrong, but now she feels as though she can't trust the Clayton County Sheriff's Office after what she and her son have gone through.
They were a gift.
A little over 2 weeks. That's all the time Iris Guzman had with her son Cathan before he was taken into custody again.
We had no reason to believe that what was happening was wrong.
Cathan was convicted last October in the 2022 strangling murder of his 19-year-old girlfriend, Delilah Grayson. The two were living together at the time he was arrested before he was convicted and sentenced to life in prison. Then, on March 27th, Cathan was released due to what the Clayton County Sheriff's Office called an error.
We just prayed and hoped that somebody saw his case for what it truly was and realized that this young man deserved a second chance at life.
What could have been a second chance for one mother scared the victim's mother.
I am petrified for my life. I mean, obviously a life didn't mean a thing to him. He didn't blink twice. He left her there by herself.
Iris claims her son did not have a criminal history or gang affiliation and didn't consider him a threat while he was released. U.S. Marshals eventually arrested Cathan outside of his mother's house in Florida on Friday.
Why does the mistake that someone else made get put on him?
Clayton County Sheriff Levon Allen blamed employees who weren't properly trained and weren't paying attention, and said the sheriff's office is now investigating what led to the error and Cathan's release. But for Iris Guzman, an explanation isn't enough.
I'm demanding at this point for reparations. His case needs to be reviewed. He needs to be retried. This cannot stand.
And tonight, 11 on Live found that this is at least the third mistaken release by the Clayton County Sheriff's Office over the last few years. Right now, Clayton County's inmate page nor Georgia Department of Corrections is currently listing him as being an inmate. We're going to keep you posted, though, as we learn more. Angelina.
Joe, thank you. A lot to still follow up on this story.
Absolutely mind-blowing. I want you to pay attention. Absolutely mind-blowing. You see these younger people getting arrested after committing a crime. They getting arrested by the cops. They screaming, "I ain't do nothing." You see these mothers in jail, in court, family members. Let him go. He ain't do it. He this, he that, he this, he that. They come from this type of stock right here. What this woman said is disgraceful. And the media put her on TV and give her a platform. And the more she talked, the more stupid and ignorant she sound. And she knows better. She does. She said all of that stuff about how he's the victim because of a clerical error. And they should just sweep this whole thing under the rug. Y'all let him out, so he got to stay out. See the mindset we got out here? See the mindset we got out here. This motherfucker strangled his girlfriend. She was 19. She wasn't even 22. Yesterday he said she was 22. Correction, she was 19. I wouldn't even fuck with it if I was 22. Because if I can drink and go places where you got to be 21, you can't go. But then again, nowadays, age ain't nothing but a number, I guess. It all comes down to the mindset and the connection you got. But this woman right here is detached from reality. I want you to think about that. Did you hear how she talk, how stupid she sound? It was a gift. I had him for 2 weeks. Yeah, and that's the only gift you get because it wasn't supposed to happen. You had your murderous son in your house for 2 weeks and tried to act like nothing happened. Then yesterday in the other interview, she said, "Oh, I wouldn't call everybody and make sure everything was okay." Ma'am, in what universe do somebody kill somebody and then in 6 months they just get released from jail after getting charged and sentenced to 30 years? You knew it was a motherfucking mistake. If you had any sense in your head, you'd have been like, "Motherfucker, don't come over here. Don't come over here. Yeah, what you did was messed up." And that, speaking about what he did, the whole time she's crying, she's talking about me and my son. What about the woman and her daughter? The victims, the real victims. What about them? Huh? What about them? She said all this stuff. I want reparations like it's slavery. I want reparations. He needs to be retried. He needs this. People don't know the law and they sound stupid as hell. But you know what you didn't say? That he didn't do it. Because he did. And you knew he did. He's a good kid. No gang affiliation. No criminal record. That don't mean nothing. Anybody can do something and fly off the handle at any given time. And you ain't got to have no history. Hell, I robbed multiple banks. You know what I'm saying? And before I got arrested for it, I didn't have a criminal history. That means nothing. It all depends. It all comes down to what you thinking at that time when you lose control as a man. You're not a man, so you don't understand that shit. If he cared so much about you and he cared so much about everybody else, including himself, he wouldn't have did that shit. For you to sit up here and talk like you knew what justice and you did this, you don't get, you get shit. You get nothing. If you sit up here and talk like that, you're sitting up there, your eyes are swollen, you sad, it was a rough 2 weeks, roughest 2 weeks of my life. Oh, shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. Seriously. No accountability at all. You know your son did it. Just like the mother of the victim. She said Delilah was left in her apartment. Just left there. Killed her and then walked off. You don't want to be with me, then you die. Boom. And then he does it. This goes back to what I said before. If I could have my way, once you get found accountable, you know, I mean, you the one that did it, they'd show you the flowers and they'd avoid all this type of goofy shit. Then that sad look on her face, she'd keep for real because he'd be out of here like he should. You didn't get this woman any type of, your son didn't get this woman any type of deal. They offered him one. What you think about that? Then she says, this part blew my shit. She says, how does somebody's error over here result on him getting punished for it? He ain't got punished yet. He was still in jail. He ain't went to prison yet. And that right there is a mistake on that part, because he's where he should have belonged after killing somebody in such a sick, savage way. But you don't see it like that. So many of these dumbasses, you put a mic in their face, they'll talk to the high heavens, and the more they talk, the deeper the hole they in. They dig for themselves. This woman sounds stupid. No accountability. And I'm more than sure a lot of her is in him. And that's what made him act out the way he did, to where he was the victim when Delilah wanted to leave him. Fucking disgraceful. Keep this lady off camera, man. I don't give a damn. This shit's stupid. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Told you there are people out there that are so selfish and sick in the mind that they will sit there and allow somebody to do something wrong to somebody else as long as they can have that person back around you. Whether it's a mother, a father, a son, it don't matter. When you do something, it comes with a result. And the result is this. So deal with it. See you in the next video. Take care.